Are you really taking care of your dog the right way? The truth is, some of our most ordinary habits can actually make dogs feel stressed, uncomfortable, even hurt, every day. And the surprising part, most of us don't even realize it. Have you ever wondered why your dog suddenly acts distant, restless, or starts destroying things for no reason? The answer often lies in the familiar actions you repeat daily. And in this video, I'm going to reveal them all. Get ready, because some things you're about to hear might make you see your dog in an entirely new light. Have you ever asked yourself why sometimes, even when you're trying to show love, your dog pulls away or seems sad? Behind our daily actions, there are small habits we repeat unknowingly that put more pressure on our four-legged friends than you might think. Let's start with something few people notice. We talk too much. A study from the University of Michigan shows that over 93% of the signals dogs use to understand humans come from body language, not words. Imagine stepping into a world where everyone gave you commands in strange sounds with no clear gestures. Confusing, right? That's exactly how your dog feels when you say, "Be good, no barking," while your body stays tense and your gaze nervous. Next time, instead of repeating, "Come here," dozens of times, try pausing, patting your thigh lightly, leaning slightly forward, and smiling. You'll be amazed how quickly your dog runs over, without a single word spoken. Understanding body language also explains why hugs, something we think is comforting, often feel suffocating to dogs. According to an ASPCA survey, 7 out of 10 dogs show signs of stress when hugged tightly, avoiding eye contact, stiffening their bodies, licking their lips repeatedly. In the wild, being surrounded or restrained often signals danger, not affection. I once watched a young girl hug a golden retriever tightly around the neck at a park. At first, the dog stood still, but within seconds, its ears folded back, eyes darting for an escape, and body tensed. Only when the girl let go did the dog finally relax. If you truly want to cuddle your dog, let them come to you. A gentle head lean onto your knee is 100 times sweeter than a forced hug. Another seemingly harmless action that can scare many dogs: patting their heads. We often pat a dog's head like we would pat a child. But for dogs, especially shy or previously mistreated ones, a hand descending from above feels threatening. Research from Harvard University shows that most dogs feel more comfortable if you pet them on the side or under the chin instead of on top of their head. I remember the first time I met a rescue dog named Max. Just a light pat on the head from a stranger would make him flinch, step back, and drop his ears. But when I crouched low, offered my hand for him to sniff, and gently scratched the side of his neck, within minutes he was snuggling into my lap for comfort. Sometimes, just changing your hand's position can make all the difference in making your dog feel safe. And when it comes to eye contact, remember, for dogs, a hard stare is a red alert warning. In nature, staring is often a sign of threat or challenge. Dogs instinctively recognize this. When a dog feels cornered by someone's intense gaze, it may try to avoid, roll over submissively, or worse, bark aggressively or lunge in defense. When meeting a new dog, follow the soft gaze rule. Angle your body slightly sideways, relax your shoulders, glance briefly instead of locking eyes, and use a low, gentle voice. These small adjustments tell the dog, "I'm not a threat." One of the biggest misconceptions is that dogs love a lack of rules. You might feel guilty saying no jumping on the couch or no begging during dinner. But studies from the University of Arizona show that dogs living with consistent, clear rules have up to 3 times lower cortisol, stress hormone levels, than those with inconsistent rules. Imagine if one day you let your dog jump on the couch because you're in jeans, but the next day you scold them because you're wearing work clothes. Dogs can't tell the difference between business attire and casual clothes. They simply understand. Allowed or not allowed. Simple consistency is key to making their little hearts feel safe every day. Another common mistake: forcing dogs to socialize with people or animals they clearly dislike. Just like humans, dogs have natural friendships and natural dislikes. You might notice a dog shrinking back, growling softly, or tucking its tail around certain other dogs or people. It's not rudeness, it's communication. I'm uncomfortable. Yet many owners, out of politeness or social pressure, push their dogs into uncomfortable encounters. For sensitive dogs, it's like being shoved into a frightening situation they can't escape. If you truly love your dog, respect their boundaries. Let them choose their distance and pace when making new friends. And there's another seemingly harmless thing that deeply affects a dog's happiness: restricted walks. Have you noticed that when you take your dog out, they don't just walk? They sniff every blade of grass, scan every tree, get lost in invisible scent worlds we can't perceive. According to researchers at Lund University, Sweden, dogs process smells up to 40 times faster than humans. Every walk is a sensory feast for them. When we constantly yank the leash, rush them along, or forbid sniffing, we're cutting off their biggest joy of the day. An easy solution? Differentiate between exercise walks and exploration walks. Maybe today you do a quick 20-minute walk around the park, but tomorrow allow them to explore every tree and bush leisurely. A little patience can light up their world. But what happens when you get home after a long, exhausting day and all you want is to collapse onto the couch? But your dog is still waiting? Dogs don't measure time the way we do. 1 hour, 5 hours, or 8. To them, it's simply, you're finally home. If you repeatedly ignore their hopeful gaze, day after day, you'll soon find your once happy dog turning destructive, chewing furniture, tearing shoes, digging up the yard. Research from the University of Bristol shows that just 30 minutes of active play each day can reduce negative behaviors in dogs by over 80%. A simple game of tug-of-war, a refresher on familiar tricks like shake or lie down. Sometimes, that's all it takes for a dog to feel loved and valued. Another heartbreaking mistake: cruel jokes. Have you ever seen someone bark in a dog's face, yank their tail, or pretend to throw something just to tease them? A few seconds of human laughter often results in lasting anxiety and confusion for the dog. Over time, excessive teasing can lead to serious anxiety disorders, especially in sensitive breeds like border collies or shelties. If you truly love dogs, teach your family, especially young children, that dogs are not toys. They are living, emotional beings who feel sadness, pain, and fear, just like us. And finally, the one thing dogs hate the most, yet few owners notice: your stress. You might hide your worries behind a smile, or your exhaustion behind a cheerful face. But to your dog, all pretending is meaningless. According to research from Linköping University, Sweden, dogs can mirror their owner's stress within just 10 minutes, matching your heart rate, cortisol levels, and even your alertness. If you live under constant pressure, your dog will eventually become restless, anxious, and even physically ill. So sometimes, The best way to care for your dog is to first take care of yourself. Take deeper breaths. Find a few minutes to relax each day. When you're at peace, your dog will be too. We love dogs in our own human ways, but sometimes, to love them properly, we need to learn their language. The language of eyes, gestures, patience, and respect. Now that you know the habits that might be making your dog unhappy, start with the smallest changes. A soft gaze instead of a hard stare. A gentle scratch instead of a hurried pat. A slow, wandering walk instead of a rushed march. Dogs can't say thank you in words, but you'll feel it in how they look at you, lean against you, and sleep peacefully at your feet each night. If you've ever realized you accidentally made your dog sad, or if you have any tips on making dogs happier, share your story in the comments. We'd love to hear about you and your four-legged friend. And if you found this video helpful in understanding your dog better, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's so much more we can explore together with our most loyal companions.